See if we got anybody in here. Not yet. Oh man. Guest. Buddy, copy. What's up, 351? How you doing, buddy? You ain't even showing up on here. We'll wait for a couple people to come in. Jeff, what's up, buddy? You got Joshua, what's up? You're a new one. I don't remember seeing you unless you changed your name there. So we're going to be giving some stuff away, I guess, and we're wait till a couple more come in. What's up, Chris? Here, I better go live here. Since I've been in hiding for so long. Yeah, well, you know I'm going to give away a shirt, you know. Well, at least a shirt. We'll do a shirt, or that's the regular ones there. Or maybe we'll do one of the girly ones there. Or we got some. I'll figure out then what we're going to do. I'll probably let whoever pick them what they want. We got some coffee cups here that we'll do. Maybe we'll do oh, let's see here. We got a bunch of different styles of them. Let's see what we got. We got some black ones, we got the white ones. We got, where are they at? I know they're in here. We got some girl ones of them. We'll do this giveaway first though. Or not the giveaway, I'll open up this package that I received today. I ain't quite sure what it is. It smells like garlic and anchovies. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't say who it's from or anything. It just says apparel on it. So I guess that's where it's shipped out of. Wherever they were ordered from. I'm pretty sure I know what's up, Jerry. So I don't know. It's soft. I ain't sure. But it smells like pizza and garlic and anchovies and possibly some spaghetti or something. I don't know. Might be some. I ain't sure what it is in there. But we're going to open it up. It don't smell like Chef Boyardee. You know who it's from, Jerry. smells like a pizza shop. I can tell you that. Well, it's like a sweatshirt or something that we got here. Man, this thing's all. Ain't never seen anything bundled up like this before. The way this thing's all folded up. What we got here? They left the dryer wrap stuff in there. The fabric softener. Oh, there we go. There we go. Ain't no wonder it smelled like spaghetti. That's that NJ Fishing Maniac here that I got. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Got it down to sleeves and everything on there. Nice hooded sweatshirt, nice and soft. And I didn't even have to ask for it. It just shows up. That's I've been following my buddy Mark for a while. He's been kicking some butt here lately. It feels nice and warm. I was just kidding. It don't smell like it. It smells like dryer sheets. Yeah, it's a nice hoodie. I'll wear that one around for sure. Old black. We got some yeah, I know who it's from, the Maniac. Yeah, he's definitely a maniac here lately. Logo down sleeves are freaking awesome. How many we got in here? 6. So what do you guys think I should? What do you want me to give away? Mug, or am I just going to let whoever I decide to give something to is you can't have something of mine already. that's the only thing I'm asking. If you got it, you just wait your turn. And that way someone else can get something. But I'll just probably just let. What do you want? Shirts, coffee cups, or are we just going to let whoever you already have a shirt? Jeff's already got a shirt. So I'd like to do is just mail somebody one of each out. I'd like to mail somebody a shirt and a cup at the same time. Someone that I didn't send anything to yet be the best. Whoever wants something here. These guys ain't even going to ask me where I've been hiding. I haven't been live in like forever. Not fishing. It's like, it's killing me. It's killing me not out there fishing. Every time I get a day off of work, it's like I look at the weather report and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be able to go fishing. And it's like 18-mile-an-hour wind, 20-mile-an-hour wind with 40-mile-an-hour gusts. It's like I can't get that'll just swamp my boat out. And then it's like, well, snow. Well, I don't mind fishing in the snow, but the boat ramp's going to be icy. Am I going to be able to tow my boat back and forth on snow roads? Chris won. Why did Chris win? Is Jeff? Are you picking somebody? Saying who I'm mailing something out to? Who we all got in here? We got Jeff, Chris. We got Cleveland. You don't know what? I think I will. I'll go with that. Is that what you're saying, Jeff? Chris won? Because that'll make it real easy for me. We got 6 people in here. You already got a shirt from me, so you ain't getting one. And I already got one of your shirts because we traded up. Chris, you want a shirt? You get old. Are you with me on Messenger on Facebook? If you are, get a hold of me on there. It's Damn River Boys. And I'll get one mailed out to you. Oh, my shirts are the best. Well, depending on what size you're up to. So we got the whole way up to 5B now for shirt sizes. Small to 5B. And I think I can even get some bigger ones than that. But my stockpile's pretty high right now on them. But I'm getting ready to. Hey, Ashley. Yeah, I'm strange, that's for sure. So I was just showing everybody this shirt that I got. It smells like garlic and anchovies. This nice hoodie from the NJ Fishing Maniac. I ain't even have to ask for. He just mails it right to me. Nice hoodie. Down the sleeves, logo, and everything. Thanks. What's EXL? Extra large? Yeah, you're gonna have to get a hold of me on Messenger there, Chris. That way I can get your contact info to get it out to you. 6 people. I really wish I was fishing right now. I do. But maybe I can get Jeff meet me up one of these days when it's not so damn when he's not afraid of the cold and we got some time and me and him will go live and go fishing do a bait fishing thing or something. Yeah, on Facebook, Chris. So you just put in Dam for my first name and then River Boys is my last name, and I'll come up on there. The DAM, not the bad word. We're damn like a dam on the river. You'll find me on there. I don't know if you're under your name or whatever. I can get in contact, and if yours is just under your regular name on as it is on YouTube, I can get a hold of you if you don't find me. So yeah, just shoot me a message on Messenger, and I'll get it out to you then. And you just tell me exactly what you want on there or whatever. Oh, we got Ashley. Who we got in here? 5 people. We got Ashley in here. Chris, Ashley. With Jeff Beal doesn't count as somebody in here. This Jerry guy hanging out in the boxcar. We got what else we got in here? The 351 Cleveland in here. The loyal. He's loyal. He's been in here since day one with me. We should get something mailed out to him. I don't think I did. Yeah, I had a pretty cool holiday. We did some stuff this year. Christmas was cool with grandkids and everything being around. They showed up late though. I don't think we had Christmas with them. New Year's, which was nice. I got to torment my grandson. He hates pickles, so I had to get pickle and put it in his Christmas stocking for him. Make him mad before I gave him all of his other stuff. Then we did a tree with all sorts of decorations on it. We had Doritos bags in there and a stick of butter and Bigfoot, a bottle of mustard. They were real Christmas decorations, just all sorts of wild stuff. And it was like 40 different things, and kids went through and located everything, and their mom and my boy and everybody, they joined in on it too, and just searching for stuff in the tree. Gave them all their stuff. It was a contest. Hey, how you doing there, Mr. Rogers? So did that, like they got involved with it a lot more than I thought they were going to, and then gave them all their gifts and everything, and they went on their way, And Christmas ended the next day because New Year's Eve, and it's like, I'll get all the decorations down and packed up. Before that, I was on vacation down in Tennessee. Was hoping like hell to get some fishing done down there. I wanted to fish Lake Douglas. I talked to a couple people down there about it, and they're like, Douglas ain't the best place to go for big cats. It's more of a bass lake. And I was there for a week, but the trip just we had so much stuff planned that I never even got a chance to go fishing. Down there at hanging out in Sevierville and everything. And that was when that flood came through and tore some stuff up pretty good, ripped the highways out, but it didn't mess with anything that we did with all the flooding. I was a little concerned about it. Did the Dollywood, Dixie Stampede, what the hell else we do? Did that Hatfield and McCoy show, which I definitely don't recommend that to anybody down there. Did another show too. I don't remember what that one was, but the Dixie Stampede, the Dollywood thing that she does, that show there is like top notch. Definitely worth the money going to that if you've never seen it and you're there. The Hatfield McCoy, nah, I don't think so. I'm not doing that one again. That was the first time with that one. And we had a bear come right up to the cabin. I rented a cabin down there and everything. He come right up to the door. Went to take the trash out, took one bag out. Father-in-law took one bag out. And I watched the bear come running off the side of the hill before he made it back in the house to grab the last bag of trash to take back out. That bear went up over the hill. He was ripping everything out of it. He was doing good then because he stuck his head. He didn't even tear the bag. He stuck his head in that bag, got out what he's eating, and I'm hollering at him. He's just looking at me like, "What you want, fool?" And then he come back down off the hill, and I'm videoing him everything, and he just looks at me. He stops like 20 feet from me, and he's staring at me like, "Come on, you got good snacks for me or anything like that?" And he just wandered off. I went up on the hill, collected the trash, and you can tell he's been doing this for a while because he knew when to hit it to get the trash out of this locked freaking gated trash thing. And I went up on the hill to get all the stuff, and there was all these other bags up there, I guess from everybody else that rented the same cabin, that he must do it to everybody. So I'm up there picking up other people's trash too, and throwing it away. So I ended up with like 3 times as much trash as what I went up the hill to get. So he was a pro for sure. He knew what he was doing. Yeah, I was a little nervous about him, but then the more I watched the videos and stuff and the way he acted, I bet that bear there, you probably hand fed him. And I have a funny feeling that people were feeding him a lot because he was a fat boy. And he wasn't aggressive at all. And I was like, but you just don't trust him. You know, yeah, it was a good time. That was a real good time. I don't know why I can't think of this other dinner show I went to down there. I planned 3 of them before we even went. That way, I had 3 dinners were already planned out and everything, and already prepaid, and uh, so we did that. Did that. The aquarium, the Ripley's Aquarium down there, dude. That's like wow. So you ride on it, you get on a conveyor and part of it, and just stand still, and it hauls you all through these freaking tunnels and everything. You got the sharks and stuff swimming on top of you, which is pretty wild. It's like one of the best aquariums in the country. They had one fish there. I can't even remember what it was, but I know it's the only aquarium in the country that has. It was some sort of shark that they're the only one to have it. There's no other ones out there. How you doing there, Jane J? So that's wild. And then we did that. The penguins, they do a penguin march that goes through the aquariums and everything. And freaking the penguins walk right up to you. You ain't allowed to touch them, and they come right up to you, just walking through the aquarium. But I think you could pay extra money and go in there and feed them, and you get in their enclosure with them and everything. They do that there, which costs extra money. But we didn't do that. Yeah, didn't really have time. But they're pretty neat birds to watch that they have out there. And I wanted to do the zip line when we were there. Didn't have a chance to do that. Just and I got to go back again. That was like my 7th time there now. And it's like the more you go there, the more you want to go there. My sister got to do the penguin thing. Very cool. She paid extra to do that. Did she go to the one there in Tennessee? At the Ripley's one? But yeah, that penguin thing is pretty neat. Yeah, they're pretty smart little birds, really. They're clever. And we did the heck else did we do? Did the walk around town and everything. I wanted to do that arts and craft district loop, which is like all the original stuff down there. We never had a chance to do that. It was like all the stuff I wanted to do. I didn't get to do it. But everybody else had a good time and everything. That's what it was all about. It wasn't about me. It was just about me spending my money on them for their Christmas presents. But yeah, it was cool. The heck else? So yeah, I did that trip. I did the trip in the spring with Operation Vets for Nets. I got to go down there and fish with a bunch of veterans. Uh, that was wild. My first time fishing on the James River. I got to fish with 2 stands down there and stand 3 and a bunch of other great guys. I think we had their mission that time for that one was to try to get as many veterans on the water as possible. We did a tournament down there, and we ended up, I think, probably right around 65 or 70 boats on the water with just, and we had so many veterans. We had a bunch of sponsors that were there. They gave away free fishing rods. Every veteran that was there, I think it was Rippin' Lips, gave every single veteran a free fishing rod that fished in this tournament. Then they gave the guy with the biggest fish, he got a nice big grand prize. The second guy got, it was a lot of money that was given away to these guys, and they didn't have to pay anything to get out on a boat and fish with anybody either. It was just totally paid for by the organizations and everything, and everybody that donated stuff. So that was really cool to have a fishing tournament where you didn't have to pay to enter. Well, you did pay. You paid to enter because you're a veteran to enter. So that was something I was really proud of being a part of this spring or last spring. So that's coming up again this spring. So that'll probably be one of my first trips out, which I'm going to try to live stream a lot more of it if I can, as long as whatever vet jumps on my boat this year, then if he's okay with us going live, we're going live, do that. So that'll be early spring. What's the biggest one? The one they caught, yeah, it was I think a 60-some pound flathead is what they got. And the James River is not really known for the flatheads. It's blue cats. Everybody knows you fish the James River for blue cats. And it was a freaking monster flathead they got. The blue cats weren't biting that great. That was wild seeing that come out of there. Because, that's tidal water. So you're tied in and out. And we had I had boat issues down there. The first day fishing that, everything went pretty good. And then we started smelling some fuel. And I popped the cover off, and my fuel pump cracked. And it's a high pressure fuel pump too, from being fuel injected. And it was just spraying fuel out everywhere. And I called around to 5 or 6 different marinas, and this one marina, they were so awesome, and I wish I remembered the name of them. They were close. I was sending pictures of my parts, and they were trying to cross-reference with other stuff. They called someone they knew that had the same boat as me, or the same motor as what I had, to try to see if we could borrow to pull his fuel pump for me to borrow. He offered. I was like, nah. We hit a hardware store. We roughed some stuff up, did a 2-part epoxy on it and everything. Where it's cracked at, we epoxied it up, left it hardened. I think we needed 24 hours or something for it to harden the whole way through. We left it go the whole way through, and it made us through the next day, but I was afraid to go too far with it. And I should have just ran it, because I ended up with that epoxy on that boat motor. Before I even got home, I had a brand new fuel pump sitting in my house because I just found one, ordered it online, got it. It beat me home. But I couldn't get one when I was there because it was Sunday for the tournament. And so I fished with 2 stands all day because he's a veteran. He was my veteran for that day, which was cool. But we only probably went 2 miles from the boat ramp there and did that because we were afraid of trusting that patch job. But I tell you what, I got back. I didn't put that fuel pump on I probably went out 7 more trips after that and ran the heck out of that boat. And finally, it started leaking again, and I was like, okay, so we popped that off then, and I modified the cover on on the engine because it was the way that Evinrude had it designed that when you take your cover on and off, that it was bumping this fuel line that was coming off this high pressure fuel pump. So that's what ended up breaking it. So I just modified, trimmed out inside the cover. It was just some sort of housing in there for airflow or something, and made that a little bit bigger because I think the motor was in there vibrating too, and hitting that fitting and snapped that, made that crack like that. And so we got that taken care of. New one on there, everything's good. So hopefully this time around I make that trip again. We'll be in good shape to be able to do some real running then. Hey Lisa, how you doing? Welcome in. So yeah, that was a fun time. So I don't know. I kind of hope they fish somewhere else again this year. Just being involved with them, that kind of tied up some of my time this year. Trying to get veterans out there on the water that don't normally fish, get new people involved. Then I was working on the big boat a lot too this year, and we had put another motor in that one. I ended up running to Delaware. I found one down there that had less than 100 hours on it. So I got picked that one up at a decent price. So now that boat's all back together, and I got put new water pump and everything in that one. I took it out, and don't you know that brand new water pump failed? It just disintegrated, and I overheated a brand new motor. And I got towed back in because I didn't want to trash it because all that money I just put in it. And there was absolutely nothing wrong with the water pump that I took out. I ended up putting that one back in the boat because that new one, I was like, it's a brand new one from Mercruiser, and it disintegrated instantly. That I'm not. I ended up getting another motor, Eric Chris, because I tore that other one open and it just wasn't worth going into. I was like, nope. We tore her down and I was like, nope. So, and I the money I would have had to get that thing back together and going, and I came across this other one with closed loop cooling that never had any seawater or salt water or river water or anything running through the engine itself. Yeah, I want that deal instead. Yeah, but them impellers, that water pump, I just couldn't get over that. A brand new one and instant failure on it. So I guess I heard something about they're not putting real rubber in them anymore from rubber trees or something. It was something with all this stuff going on with I guess slave labor and stuff where they process that stuff and then get it shipped back into the country to make rubber. And I guess it comes from China now, them parts too, and they didn't have enough of that mixed into it or something. And I was like, I'll put the old one in. I know it was in great, excellent shape, and I should have never pulled it out. And everybody's like, oh, change your water pump every 2 years or whatever. Yeah, no, it should have just left the old one in and just inspected it. So that's what's going to get done next time. It'll be pulled out for inspection and make sure it's pumping good and everything else and put it back together. Ain't getting a new one again until it needs it. No more of that preventative maintenance on them things. Yeah. Well, but yeah, I think we're ready on both these boats now. Oh man. Yeah, it's yeah, I put another 5.7 liter in it, another 350 GM motor. Mercruiser, not just the regular Chevy pickup truck motor. It's actually a Marine one that went back in it. No. Let's see what else these guys want to talk about. You just want to hang out or what? You just keep on me flapping the jaws here. I might get back into tying some jigs or something this winter. I'm finally slowing up with work. Uh, I'm hoping to get out there. I don't care if it's snowing. As long as that wind ain't going, I'm getting out on that water. If I think I can get the boat in and out off the ramp, I'm going to go. And it don't matter if I'm by myself or not, or if someone wants to tag along. I'm getting back on the water. I need to get back involved with this again. Get my priorities straight. Is work is it's cutting into my fishing, which is my that's my counseling, my self counseling for myself to keep myself sane. I need to get back on it. I need to start getting back to my roots here too and start fishing local again. You know, I like traveling down to Maryland to go after these blue cats and everything. You know, because they're fun to catch, and you know every fish you're going to get is going to be 30-pounder, which is great. But I'm in an excellent section on the Susquehanna here in Pennsylvania, where we got the state record flathead is, you know, 10 minutes from my house where it's caught. The three state records before that were within, 10 miles of here too. Now there can't do any ice fishing around here. Not for the last 20 years. We haven't had any lakes freeze over thick enough that we could get on them safely. It just, and freaking every time you go down there to the lake, where the one decent lake that freezes over, it just isn't even safe there anymore. It ends up, someone goes through the ice every year down there. And we ain't getting more than 2 inches of ice in the last 15 or 20 years on it. I'll drive down over this spring. Why in the spring, Jeff? You afraid of the cold? I'll bring you a beanie. I even bought 2 new buddy heaters for in the boat and everything. Ain't got no dirt on them yet. I tested them out. They work great. We got some of them refill propane tanks. You guys seen, I made a short clip of them. They were freaking cool to get them. I'll talk about the Susquehanna River. You don't know anything about the Susquehanna there, Jeff. What do you know about the Susquehanna? You live over on that little stream where you fish. You do. Yeah, I definitely got to get back into flatheads though. Being that close. Yeah, that's what started me out. It's just I got addicted on them blue cats in Maryland, and it just that did something to me going down there. It was like you go from sitting half a day to catch, maybe if you're lucky you catch a big fish that you're happy about, something, a 20-pound flathead. When you go out, you might get a 30 baby, you know. It's like, you go fishing for 3 or 4 trips in a row, and you might get a 40. And if you get anything over that, and or you'll fish for a year, maybe, or 2 years, and maybe catch a 50. You know, and it's like you can go to Maryland. I could go to Maryland and go hit them blue cats and pull freaking 25 and 35-pound fish out all day, every day. You know, and I figured them out on how to catch them. And I was like, I'm slamming these things when everybody else is, oh, nope, they're on spawn and they ain't biting. And I'm like, that's the best time. I figured them out. I know where they're at. I know how to catch them. And I can get 30 of these buggers in the boat in a day. 20 or 30 fish, put 4 or 5, 600-pound of fish in the boat. Or I could go local here and get 1 or 2 flatheads for the same amount of time invested. It's like, what are you going to do? Are you going after flatheads? Or are you going after the blue cats. Or they're actually where I go, there's blue cats, there's flatheads, and channel cats down there. You know how much out of state license is in Tennessee? I'm going to make some trips when no, I didn't. I looked it up, but I can't tell you offhand what it was. Uh, I know it's not all that much. If you're only getting like a 3-day pass or something, you do 1 day or 3 or 5 days, something like that, or a week, or do the year. But most time, these out of state fishing licenses aren't that bad. When you look into it, it's definitely worth it. If you're going to fish with somebody else down there, you ain't fishing off the bank. A lot of them, you're covered under whoever you're fishing with. In Maryland, my Maryland fishing license I have, whoever's fishing in my boat doesn't need a fishing license. They're covered under my boat license down there. Now, Pennsylvania, everybody has to have a license unless you're with a guide, I think. Then you don't. That's under your guide thing, your guide license. Yeah, I know, Jeff. He was asking about Tennessee. Annual license, $49 for no trout, 98 for species, 10-day license, $30, no trout. Yeah, you're going to go to Tennessee. I'd have to hit the trout streams, dude. Especially if you're going down there if Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, you got the Little Pigeon River, Big Pigeon River. They run straight through town. A lot of them hotels down there right on the water, right on the stream. And you go on your balcony and fish. And there's just trout streams everywhere down there. Where do you stick it? I need to get on them big old flatheads and blues. I'm telling you, them blues are fun, dude. And they hit, it's like they're taking off straight out. They slam down, take off out. Flathead, he's pulling down and staying on the bottom. Flathead's blue cat's making a long run. So you can tell instantly which one you have on there right away. I mean, it's like you hit that, and if your line's going out and running across or whatever, you got blue cat. Then it just starts coming in. The bigger they are, the less they fight too. Flatheads, man, they'll stay on the bottom. Bigger they are, man, they're down there, and you're muscling, pulling straight up on them buggers. So I'll give a flathead. The fight's definitely better with a flathead, pound for pound, over the blue cat. But that's fun. The blue cat, man, peeling line like that they'll run out. But flats are different, man. That's back muscle getting them up because they're staying down. And it's tough to get them off the bottom sometimes. Them real big ones to get them to come up. They just fight you and just stay down there forever. So you got a rod with some good backbone, pull them up. What we got in here? So Stan, we ain't giving Stan shit. We're giving away some shirts or coffee cups there, Stan. Yeah, I forgot about that. Record fall fish. So fucking me and Stan are out fishing. Yeah, I fished with him. He's an ass, but I still fished with him. He's still a buddy. He's fun to fish with. So I don't know if any of you know what a fall fish is. You usually find them in trout streams and stuff like that. We're up there fishing, and we're fishing for walleye, and ended up getting, I think it was a 17-inch fall fish and an 18 and a half or something like that. And I was like, Stan, hang on to these fish. Do not kill them. Put these in the live well. You get home, throw them in your bait tank. I want to look up to see what the state record is on these things. And I'm not sure if there is a state record because it's pretty much a bait fish. So I go home and look, and I'm like, they're both state record fish, and one's a national record. I looked at the next day, and I get a hold of him. I was like, hey, we got record fish. We're gonna. He's like, I cut him up for bait about catfishing. It's like, you know, it isn't a fish that you would never think of looking to see what the record is on it. So now it's like, man, any freaking mini I catch now, if it's something that a bait fish, you know, something that you wouldn't even think about a record. If it seems like it's the biggest one you call it, look it up. Look it up to see what the record is if you know what kind of fish that is, because you very well could be holding a record fish in your hand. I mean, yeah, it might not be something that's so well known, but just think about that next person that might look it up out of curiosity to see what the biggest one is. And your name's going to be there. And it's like, man, you know, I could have had my name in that book. Stan could have had his in there or whatever, and yep, they got used for catfish bait, so they went to good use. So it's funny. We joke about it. You know, citation size fish get used for bait. They cut up just like bass. Yeah. So he claims that he knows where there's bigger ones than that, and we're going to go get them one of these days. So I hope it's that time of year again. I think it was in the winter when we did that last year. So maybe we get him and maybe get Jeff there, and maybe we'll all meet up and go. That's maybe we'll find some nice halfway point there or something, and maybe we'll get live and we'll show this Jeff guy how to catch some record bait, you know, and do it. I'll bring some jigs along, give a couple to Jeff. Maybe we get him started with a new hobby, tying some jigs. Yeah, leave it to Stan. Cut up record fish for bait, for bait. and it's not like he's going to catch anything anyhow. He's got the best bait, the best biggest baits, and he ain't going to catch nothing. You already took Jeff. I did take Jeff. Jeff's been fishing with me. How many times you been with me, Jeff? Two times, 3 times? You've been with me a couple now. I'll take anybody fishing. You can tell. I'm not picky. I'm not shy about who I fish with. Anybody that wants to fish with me, they're more than welcome to fish with me. And sometimes I'll even travel to go fish with them. You know, especially I like doing that. And I did do that one day. I was out towards Jeff, and I was stuck in traffic out on the turnpike, you know, freaking 2.5 hours from home. And I messaged Jeff, and I said, hey, Jeff, you fishing? Where are you at? I think I'm close to you. And I told him where I was, and he's like, oh, yeah, just get off that exit you're coming up on. You can go out with me tonight. We're fishing the Flathead Challenge with Pontoon Jody. So I went and hung out with Jeff until 1 o'clock in the morning, and then drove home from there. But I would have been sitting in traffic that whole time anyhow that I was sitting on that boat. I got to meet someone, you know, hang out with someone fun to hang out with. And I don't remember if that wasn't our first time hanging out, was it, Jeff? I think that might have been I ain't sure if that's, or is that the second time? I think I don't know if you went fishing with me first or I went fishing with you first. I don't even remember. Oh, it was the second time, Stan. Your pants fell off at the dock. I think that was intentional. Just trying to, you seen them flags down there and you were trying to show off at the dock down there. Big channel cats, but they keep getting bit by these muskie. Stand the cut out just like this. A little, yeah, that little detour was a fun detour. I was glad I made it. That was the first time I got to fish that river, you know, which if I didn't do YouTube or, know Jeff or anything, I probably would never fished that river my whole life. And the Schuylkill's a great river to fish, just not in that section where Jeff was fishing. I want to go hit the Schuylkill again, but I think I want to fish it up by Allentown is where I want to go hit it at. And from what I've been seeing and watching other people and everything, and hearing rumors and stuff, I think up around Allentown on the Schuylkill River, it holds some pretty nice flatheads in there. From what I could see, that it's pretty common to go in there and get 40s. So you ain't gonna pull a state record out most likely. You never know, because every time I go through there, I really don't ever see boats in there. Yeah, 16 hours straight. Jeff had so much fun. He just didn't give up. He was like, oh my God. I think I was up for 24 hours straight. Downtown. Oh, I thought the Lehigh, but I think the Schuylkill goes through there too, don't it, Stan? Comes up into that area. I know we got the Lehigh in there, but I'm pretty sure it's Schuylkill too. I have to look on the map again. I know it's somewhere up, or is that over in Reading where I'm thinking for the Schuylkill? On the other part of it, the upper end. I know it's up there where they got all the dams and the water's a lot deeper. Probably stole my fish. Reading. It's in Reading. The Reading area. So we'll probably hit that too. Look, you used to that freaking Jeff guy and that Stan guy scared everybody out of here. Oh man. Hey, if I brought both yous up on this thing, we'll get some people back. Somebody must have went live. Someone important must have got up on there. I don't even know. This is like the first time I use this StreamYard in freaking 4 or 5 months now that I forget how to even invite anybody up anymore. Post, comment. I think this is where I did it. Chat. It won't even let me do it. I don't know. Up there it went. This phone. Clipboard. There. Chat. Did that come up highlighted as a link? Blue Marsh is a lot of tiger muskies, Lake Marburg. Dude, there's 5-footers in there. They're like freaking big as round as a freaking soccer ball, basketball. And they come right up to your boat and roll right up on their side and look at you in the boat and just drift right by and not even freaking move their tail. It's just like, I don't know how they do it. They're just cruising through. Best fishing is where you get you. I know, Jerry. It is. There's another spot down there that I was looking on the maps and everything, and I've been debating for a while. I'm wondering if I want to try this new spot. And I stumbled across another YouTube channel, and the guy spilled the beans on where he was fishing. And I was like, okay, that confirms everything. And from what he's catching, it has to be as good as where I fish at normally or way better. That I know it's at least as good as where I'm at. So it's probably, I think it'll take me the exact same amount of time to get there as what the other spot does. So, because it's all highway to get to that one, I'm going to go hit that one. And it's the salt level's a little bit higher, and I'm thinking that's probably why, even though the blue cats don't care for as much salt, they want to go for more fresh water. That they don't have the pressure on them there, and people weren't looking for them there because they know the salt level's higher. That they don't think they're in there, and it's further down the bay. So I know that those blue cats have been established in there even longer than what they are where I fish, because it's lower down the bay. And all them blue cats came up from down there in Virginia, anyhow, down James River, and just kept on working their way up the bay every spring. And we get these floods, and you get all that snow and ice and spring rain, that melt water coming down. It lowers that salinity of the bay, and that lets them cats come out of them rivers down there and work their way up through the bay. And they'll go and hit another stream where, they follow that fresh water, and, they'll get up in there and then they don't turn around. Or they come back down into the mouth of it and they'll come up the bay further then and just keep on working their way up through. And so now they're working their way. They're in the C&D Canal now, coming from the Chesapeake Delaware Bay Canal. They're cruising on over through there. There's reports of guys getting them in the Delaware Bay now. So they're going up through. They're going to be up every river in freaking Pennsylvania and up through New Jersey and everything. Up in New York eventually, all because Virginia put them fish in there and stocked them. Caught snakehead last year. Yeah, them snakeheads are everywhere. And I know some great spots to go for snakeheads. I'd never targeted them yet. And I know exactly where they are, and they're right where I fish down there in Maryland. And that same spot where the snakeheads are, loads of carp. I mean, loads of big carp, humongous carp. If I was in the carp fishing, I'd be back in there. I guarantee you. And that water warms up fast back in there. So that's a good early spring thing. Get in there and go target after them snakeheads and everything. Then you get that's a big selection of fish down there and what you get to go after on the upper Chesapeake. Just multi species in that area. You got yellow perch there, you got the muskie, you got pike, you got pickerel, freaking there's trout coming in that area right there where on the upper part of it. You got blue cats, channel cats, flatheads, white catfish, your striper, which everybody calls rockfish down there. The white perch are a fun thing to go after, though. Not a big fish, but man, 2 at a time. Pour your jiggy mix to the bottom, fishing in 4 foot of water. You don't even cast. You just dip your line out there in the water and pull it right back up and throw your fish in the bucket and go again. That's like a blast to take kids fishing for them. Or people with low patience. It's like the best thing to do. Someone doesn't have patience to go fishing, take a white perch fishing down there in the spring when they go on spawn and just stack the river full. No, I had some snakehead last year. I didn't care for it. It tasted metallic to me. The guy took and had, man, I probably 2 bitefuls, and I was like, I'm not eating any more of this. It just tastes like metal. Like, it's got to be loaded up with freaking mercury and everything else if it tastes like that. Like, there's no way that I'm eating this. This fish has to be loaded with freaking heavy metals. Next time we meet up, just go for 3 different species of fish. Well, I do want to do that. I want to try to get Jody to do that trifecta challenge again, where everybody tries to get a flathead, a channel cat, and a blue cat in the boat, and do that. And I'll whoever does it and gets the trifecta, I'll get them a shirt. I had shirts made for Jody last time that said trifecta challenge, pontoon Jody, catfish, and trifecta. You know, I'll gladly pay for that and mail that out for her. You know, if she wants to host that again, that's not something I'm going to take and make my thing. That was her thing that I was glad to be a part of. That was fun, even though that trip, man, we had a hurricane come up through, and we couldn't leave the marina with my boat. And we started to go out in the dark, and water was just blowing over the bow of the boat. And I was like, no way. we're fishing in the marina, right at the dock. That's where we stayed for the whole thing. All right, I'm getting off of here. Looks like we're down to one person. It's probably just this Jeff guy. Oh, all right, later. Hopefully, who'd we have here? Chris? Was it Chris that we were going to give that shirt away to? Yeah. So I got to go check and make sure he messaged back here, and we'll get hooked up with them. All right, catch you later, Lisa. See you, everybody. Thanks for stopping in.